What's up?
Hello everyone, I am Melanie Mitchell.
I am Gladys Murray.
And today's video is going to be about a dream deferred, life after FAMU. And who else would be better to have on my YouTube channel than the clapback queen herself, Gladys Olivia Murray.
Hey y'all.
So here it goes. Okay, when we talk about a FAMU dream deferred, we really mean like, you know, everyone comes to FAMU and they have their personal goal, that thing they want from FAMU. Those list of things they always dreamed of, you know, that they wanted from FAMU. And especially with the timing right now, like it's post-campaign week. Everyone has already lost or won what they wanted to go for. And it's a hard time for some people, like coping with the fact that they're not achieving their dream. You know, they only had one shot and they didn't get it. So it's like, oh my God, what's next? And, you know, another thing is life after FAMU. You know, that's everyone's favorite thing to say after campaign week. Oh, it's life after FAMU, blah, blah, blah. But it's true. There is life after FAMU. So understand that. And there are bigger and better things out there in the world. And, you know, life is going to get real. Some of the best advice that I've gotten from a FAMU grad, Kanisha Grant, she came to the SGA retreat last August. And the biggest thing she said to me that stuck out to me even now was, these people ain't going nowhere. Like, when you say life after FAMU, don't burn bridges. Like, granted, you know, you may not like this person or that person, but in 5-10 years, when you in Atlanta, you are a young alumni, young black professional, and you in a room full of Howard and Spelman, Morehouse, you know, North Carolina A&T, Bethune, and it's that one rattler. And it's the one rattler you got in an argument on the set during campaign week with. And that's your rattler. That's your that's your family. Like, that's all you got. Y'all got to stick together. So these people ain't going nowhere. You're going to see them at every homecoming. You're going to see them at Lush in 5-6 years. They're going to be on the set, you know, walking with their family in 25 years. And you still going to be mad? Like, you can't burn bridges like that. And granted, you mad. But like I said, there's life after FAMU. That's everybody hashtag at post-campaign week or when anything goes awry. But understand, no, live it. Like, that's life after FAMU. So you got to let some stuff go. Like, I know I'm one of the pettiest people on the face of God's green earth. But as a senior, like, I'm realizing now, I'm like, you know, just let it go, give it to Jesus, and, you know, keep it cute, because these people ain't going nowhere.
Especially if they're in your major, because you're going to get to a point where you're only going to have classes, especially as a senior, with the people who are graduating with you. And if that just happens to be a person that you had a little fender bender with in the past, you're gonna have to let it go, because you got to get a good grade. You have to pass your class.
Hey, is the test next week?
Right.
You don't like them,
Can
you
we
don't
have to.
You know, you need to
group projects.
We family, so we got to keep it cute and keep it together, because when we walk across that stage, when we Tootsie Roll Street Bully Walk, you know, slide across the stage, all we have is each other in the black professional world, because the white people ain't gonna be looking out for us. We gotta look out for each other.
Exactly. Now there's some people who you have every right not to ever speak to again if you don't want to, because people do cross lines that don't need to be crossed. However, if it can be fixed, if you can move past it, if it's not something petty, you know, just let it go.
For the most part, it's something petty. Ain't nobody spit at your mama or nothing. So it's something that could be fixed, okay? So, yeah, there's life after FAMU. These people ain't going nowhere. Everyone has a FAMU story. And, you know, everybody has those, like I said, those things that they wanted to get when they came to FAMU. It's like, this one I want to do this, that, and the third. And that's what I'm going to go out for. Everybody doesn't always get everything on their list. Only person I know has gotten everything they wanted is Ronnie Mackey Jr.
Ronnie Eugene Mackey Jr., honey. The only person, okay?
The only person. But most of the time, everyone doesn't always get everything they wanted. When I came to FAMU 4 years ago, when I was in high school, if you would have, like, been like, Melanie, what do you want from FAMU? I've been like, oh, well, I want to be an AKA. I want to be a presidential ambassador. And at some point, I want to be on the royal court. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I got out of that was AKA, and that's what's helping me sleep at night, because I wanted to be a presidential ambassador so bad. I wanted to be on royal court so bad, and I didn't get neither of them. And the main focus of me wanting to be on both of those things were recruitment, and that's what I was passionate about. I want to spread the good gospel about FAMU to everybody who would listen, and to not got that was like, it was heartbreaking. We were just like, you know what, I'll move on. And then, you know, I started to realize this year, like, I wanted to recruit, and I was able to reach like 100,000 people from YouTube about FAMU, and underclassmen come up to me all the time saying that your videos helped me choose FAMU. Oh my God, you're that girl from YouTube. I used to watch your videos in high school, and that was made me come to FAMU. I'm like, me? Like, you know, and I wouldn't have been able to reach that many people on the Warrior Corps or presidential ambassadors combined. So everything always comes full circle. And I'm sure, you know, with things I didn't get, it was always some kind of craziness involved as to why I didn't get it. But it was like, you know what, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I clearly didn't need it that much, you know. So I understand if you didn't get something that you wanted, it's all right. Like, it doesn't have to be just, you know, presidential ambassador as an organization or Royal Court as a title or some letters. Like, you know, it's okay. You'll be all right.
I think one of the things that FAMU teaches you is that nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything.
Hello.
When I lost Miss FAMU, devastated, crying. But one of the things that my mentors always told me first, they said, you get one day to cry. So the day after Election Day, I took that day to cry. I didn't go to class. I stayed at somebody's house, and I was just trying to get myself together. But after that, you really do have to make a conscious effort to move forward. And he was like, them students didn't owe you Miss FAMU. So don't be sitting here mad at these students because they voted for somebody else because they didn't owe you that. And that's the truth. And granted, just because you don't get something that you wanted, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't have done well in the role, It doesn't mean that you didn't deserve it. Because sometimes there are 5 people running for the same thing, and they all deserve it. They've all done something that would, like, okay, they'll make a great such and such, but everything is not for everybody. My sister always tells me God gives it to the person who needs it the most. And if it's not you, that's okay. I promise you it's okay, because life goes on.
If God doesn't give it to you, I promise you have something better. And like
way better.
It could be anything that you want. Maybe you wanted a certain meal plan, you didn't get it, but God knew that you didn't need to gain that weight for the semester. You know? So anything, like, people have these family dreams and they don't get them, and they act like it is the end of the world.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's really not.
You'll be all right. You know, granted, both of us have lost our whatever we wanted on FAMU's campus, whatever election that we didn't get. And, you know, people always say, oh, y'all bitter, y'all got a chip on your shoulder because you didn't get your position. But, you know, it's so much more than just getting less votes than the other person. What changed us or what made us the way that we are the people who...
Everything that came with it. All the drama that comes with aspiring to be something at FAMU.
Right.
Because as soon as people find out you want to run for something, it's, oh, she this, oh, she that. She's not genuine. I don't think she's in enough organization. Like,
it happens to the best. And you could be the best person. You know, right. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not. But, not like, you could be the nicest person and somebody find out you want to, her? She wears Jordan. She can't do, like, what? Because she wears Jordan, she's not allowed to represent the university. So people will say whatever they want to say. And, you know, that's what changes people. Like campaign week or Greek aspirations. Certain people get in leadership and organization, they get besides themselves. And, you know, it brings out the worst in people. They get on these power trips. Really does. And it could really make or break you. And it makes you kind of bitter. It makes you angry, like, you did this to me, so now I feel some type of way.
People go through a lot more than what you see during campaign week. You don't know what's going on while they at their house that night, in class. Like, just drama. Just drama.
So, again, don't let you not achieving your family dream stop you from being great. Like, sometimes you have to lose to win. Like, that is real life. Like, not even on Fantasia
literally
stuff. You have to lose to win.
Right.
Like, granted, you lost XYZ, but win at life. Like, get you some internships, meet great people.
When
find you a man or woman,
you know. DC last fall, I promise you the best thing that could have happened for me at that moment. I didn't need to be in Tallahassee being Miss FAMU. I needed to be in DC, investing in my career and my future, and really spending some time with myself and learning what exactly I want to do and where I want to be.
Exactly. So, there it is. In closing, to the spring 2015 candidates who did not win, it's okay. Like,
it's really all right, y'all.
It's all right.
I know it seems like the biggest thing that has ever happened in your life right now, but I promise you, it's okay. It
gets better.
It gets so much better. Okay? Life gets better.
No, but for real, it gets better. Like, you get your one day to cry.
One day. That's all you get. 24
one day,
hours.
you know, unfollow who you need to unfollow. You know, do your cuss out. Do what you got to do. But after that one day, maybe a day and a half. Get that night and then a day. And then you just, like, got to get up. All right.
You got to pull it together.
Get that GPA together. Because, you know, if you go down, make sure your GPA straight. Because you don't know what God can just throw your way. Just be like, oh, thank you. You know, he might just hand it to you. But, no, but for real, like, it's okay. And even if you won, you get your one day maybe to be petty if somebody was talking trash. Oh, Twitter, you clear them real quick. But then after that 24 hours, you got to stop. You just got to be
right.
humble.
Don't carry on.
And keep it. Yeah, don't carry on.
Just let it go.
Okay, just be like, boop, and then keep it going. But no, seriously, if you did not get your desired result, if you did, just remain humble no matter what. Like, don't be nasty to people, win or lose. Like,
the pride comes before the fall.
That part, you know, it you know, if you won,
then
you probably feel like, hey,
right.
You know, I won. So what you had to say? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But no, seriously, don't be that guy. You know, pride comes before the fall, like she said. And if you lost, like, you ain't gotta speak to people who did you wrong. Like,
right, people
honestly,
who just outright disrespected you.
You ain't gotta speak to them.
You don't. I'm telling you, you don't.
But just don't be nasty. Like, you can look at them and just be like.
Exactly. And you might have an attitude at first. I understand, because I did have an attitude at first.
Still got some attitude.
But you have to pull it together. You have to sort through your emotions. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to not talk about it. Don't try to repress what happened. Because it did happen. You know, you did have run-ins with people. People did try your life. People did talk about you. And it's a very emotionally draining experience. But it's okay. You're not the first person to lose, and you're not going to be the last person to lose. Okay. But the reality is somebody had to lose. And if God just had it so that it be you, that's okay. You really have to trust his judgment, because I promise you, it's all right. He's
going to have something better for you.
Something so much better.
Like, you just got to wait on the Lord, honestly. And, like, we both lost. Like, you know, we had our, you know, tiffs. We've been there, done that. We still, you know, working on ourselves and our pettiness and our carrying on. But, you know, we have this we have nothing to lose, because we already won or lost anything that we were going to get from FAMU.
You don't need nothing else from FAMU
but a degree. And when Elmira May going to sign that degree, I'm going to be like, once I pay that $15 Rattler card fee, you know, that's on my account, I'm going to get my diploma, and I'm going to be out, and I'm going to be working. And that's what really matters, just getting to the finish line across that stage. None of these positions, letters, organizations, like...
Stop focusing on FAMU and focus on you, honestly.